Good morning, everybody. Ugh. I usually don't wake up that early. I don't know what's happening this morning. What time is it? Oh, it's 6 a.m. I don't know why I'm already awake. Like usually I've got like pigeon, like I do like, sometimes I wake up at this time because I've got pigeons outside the window that are making a lot of noise. But they didn't this morning, so I don't know why I'm awake. But I'm going to start the day. I'm going to start with a coffee. And then we're going to be off to the gym. It's coffee time. Can't believe it's been more than 3 years as a digital nomad. Time goes very fast. I started, so just tell you how I started, because that's a question I get quite a bit. I had an office job and I hated it. That's my confession. I was good at it because they were happy. They promoted me, but I hated it. I just felt like a robot. Like I felt like, I don't know, like it was just not for me. It's not that, the people were bad, or it's just that working in an office all the time, corporate as well, no, not for me. So I got approached for a job where it was a startup business and they didn't have an office. So going from a big company to start a business. And what I heard as well was that I was going to manage the whole marketing function, pretty much. Build a team under me and no office. And at the time, I got a flight cancelled from Peru. I had postponed it to go to Colombia 6 months later. And I knew that when I started the job. That's the truth. I knew that because I postponed it. But in my mind, I was like, I've got 6 months to become essential. And then after that, I'll tell her, I'm going traveling. Can I work remotely? I had that in my head. And I was like, if it doesn't work, I've got 6 months to save. And then I'll go and do my Latin American trip. But really, what I wanted is work remotely. At the time, I didn't really thought about what a digital nomad was. I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to start living my life while working online. I was like, as long as I've got good internet, I'm delivering the results and they're good and I can work my own hours, then why wouldn't I be able to do that? So I did. I worked 6 months, went really well. And then I told her about the trip and she was super nice about it. She was like, well, as a friend, this rocks. I've done a Latin American trip and it was probably the best trip of my life. But as a boss, this is really annoying because I don't want to lose you. So we said, well, why don't we do a trial? It won't be full-time and we'll hire someone to help me. And it was someone that was already in the business, so we would transition her. And I started. Here you go. I was on the road with a probation period because at the start I was meant to travel only from June till October because I had a flight back to Australia in October. But what I did, because I knew myself, I sold all my furniture, got rid of my apartment, and I was like, at least I've got nothing. So if I don't want to come back, I had my clothes and valuable in storage with friends. So I knew I had to come back and do also my citizen test in Australia. But I knew it was going to be temporary. So I didn't have anything, I was paying for, like furniture and storage that I would need to sort and any attach. And it was the most freeing experience, getting rid of all my belongings I had accumulated since I got to Australia. Probably 8 or 9 years of life or something like that. It was the best thing ever. At the start I was like, oh, my stuff, because I ended up giving it away, and then it was the most beautiful experience. I would recommend you do that because this is so freeing and liberating. And that's when I realized, I was like, I'm actually doing this. I'm actually getting rid of everything and going. I have no idea where I'm going, but I'm doing it, and it's amazing. And I couldn't even speak Spanish, and I was like, I don't care, I'm so excited for what's to come. I have no idea what's to come. And I'm not gonna lie, you're also very nervous and it's nerve-wracking. When I got on that plane, I was like, what am I doing? But I felt good about it and I was excited to see where that was going to take me. So I did that until October. And then I went to Brazil and I loved Brazil, and I was like, I'm not ready to go back to Australia. I don't feel like it. So I kept on going. And then as I was doing part-time, I started, connecting with new people, got new clients along the way, started building a network, because that was my life. Like, I was a digital nomad. So I was a freelancer. I was working less, enjoying life more. Obviously, Latin America is less expensive than Europe, Australia, the States. So you're winning with your currency, to be honest. So you're also living better lifestyle. If you're starting, you're like, okay, some people have to quit their job. I would try and talk to my current job first. Try and see if you can become a contractor for them. Freelancer, so at least they don't have the risk. If they want to, not contract you anymore, you're not stuck in a contract and they can't get rid of you. Well, it depends on the country you're from, because some countries it's easy to make you redundant, like Australia. Some others it might not be. So I would make it like a win-win situation, to tell them there's no risk. If you find that I'm not doing a good job, then but it's also to their advantage, because sometimes it's hard to replace you. If you're doing such a good job, they would need to train someone else, find someone else. It's a lot of costs for a company to do that, to recruit, hire. It's a lot of time and money. So I would start, if you're enjoying your current role, to see if that role could become a remote job. If it can't, because some jobs you physically, like I guess an electrician would have to physically be on the job, I would look at what skills are transferable to something else. If I'd say your skills are not transferable, I would probably look to do a course, but in something that you will enjoy doing. Because digital nomad can be a lot of jobs. Like, if you're a personal trainer, train your clients online. Let's say you are, I've seen that, nurse but do injectables. If you're a nutritionist, you could take it online. I've seen a lot of nutritionists where I was traveling. Web developer, got an e-commerce. So if you've got a business, can you take it online? It's a physical business. Can you have an e-shop? If you're in HR, hiring people, some companies are fully remote. So look for companies that also welcome people that have your lifestyle. If they're not a good fit for you, you wouldn't want to work with them. And usually they appreciate it and they find it super cool. And they're like, okay, we'll adapt. Those jobs are out there. You just need to start looking for them and looking for those companies. Like company like Zapier, for example, they're fully remote. So look for those companies that actually do embrace that, value that, understand that lifestyle. Otherwise it will be a constant clash with the employer, especially if they try to micromanage. Because with that kind of job, you need trust. They're not going to have you 24/7 like looking what you're doing. So they need to be able to trust you, trust that you're going to do a good job, trust that you're going to be consistent. I guess they will also notice it from the output. If the output is not there, it's quite easy to see that you're not doing anything. So as long as you're motivated, you're going to have discipline and they have trust, then why not? The other piece of advice I would say, if someone is reluctant, tell them at the start, maybe you can do it for a discount. So you're more attractive because you've got all these skills. You're doing it for less money than maybe a talent in the market. So maybe in the UK, you look at your salary and they would give you an offer. And you're like, I take X% off that retainer and I do that for you. And that might play in your favor as well, because okay, that's a good saving. And you might save as well, because if you're traveling to Latin America, your expenses are going to be less than someone in the UK. That was just an example, like you go to Asia or whatever. Depends what you want to do. And then if you decide to travel around Europe, which is what I'm doing at the moment, you just have to deal with the prices for a little bit. And then you save by, spending winter in a warm place that's not as expensive. And then it all balances out for the year. They're all options, but they're tactics that usually work to get the yes across.
A few moments later.
The first point that I think you should stop at if you leave the city would be the aqueduct. Was actually built in 1747. It was supposedly the most prominent water supply built in Cyprus. Petra to Romiou, which is supposed to be a fertile rock. It's located off the shore between basically Paphos and Limassol. stop at Paphos. It's really cute. You can have lunch there, lots of little restaurants. You've got the castle as well to visit, and there's the marina, so probably have lunch around that spot. For the afternoon, I went to Coral Bay, which is a beach there. Obviously there are other ones, lots of ones. It's kind of like a popular beach area, I would say, and it's 11 kilometers off the city of Paphos, so not super far. Last but not least, my recommendation for day one would be to stop at the shipwreck, which is called Edro 3, and stay there for sunset.
Made it to the room. It's not big, but it's all been renovated. And here is the shower. Limassol is quite expensive usually, so I got lucky. So for a room like this, for example, tonight there was a special offer. It was 65 euros for one night, and you get something like this. But I'm very close to the marina, which is right in the center. I can walk everywhere. So in terms of the location, it's like somewhere you would want to stay, and it's clean. I mean, it does the job for one night. I'm just here to sleep, so that's perfect. I'd recommend you check last minute options on Booking. That's what I did today. Then I saw this place, checked the location, it was fine. I usually book through Booking, so I tend to have like even sometimes genius discounts and things like that. So it works for me, and that place is usually around, I think, 75. So I saved 10 euros on it, and I like to do that. So I've got obviously my base in Larnaca, where I've got my big suitcase, most of my stuff, and then here just little, and to come here I literally just packed a little bag just for the night. I came today and I will see how I feel. If I feel like tomorrow I haven't seen everything and I want to stay one more day, I also packed my laptop, so on Monday I could potentially work from here as well if I wanted to stay another night. And if not, I'd just head back to Larnaca. The bus was around like an hour and a half. Took an hour and 15, an hour and a half, and it did cost me 4 euros. Not bad. So I would recommend you catch the bus. So it takes you, from Larnaca at the marina and leaves you here near the marina as well. So that was perfect. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon, I should say. It's already 1 p.m. Had a bit of a slow start to the day today. I feel like I needed to get some things done. So I ended up working a little bit from a coffee shop. Yes, on a Sunday. I felt that I wanted to do so. So I worked on some personal projects. Now I did my checkout. They kindly let me leave my stuff in the room with the keys. So then when I come back, I can just get all my stuff and catch the bus to head back to Larnaca. I leave the details of the place I'm staying in the description box down below. I would really recommend them after like a bad start. I feel like the rooms, the service, they're nice people. So if you're staying in Limassol, I think it's an affordable option that you might want to check out. So I leave the details. And now we're going to get some sun because it's bloody hot. It's like 34 degrees today. I'm going to have a little walk around and go to the beach. I've got my book with me. I'm reading El Poder de la Hora. So I'm going to just have a chilled one. I don't feel like doing heaps of exploring and running around. It's way too hot. So just going to take it easy and see if I can find the main beach. It should be close to here. So let's do it. I'm not making much progress. It's really hot. They've got some like pool installations. I just feel like going in there. It's so hot. I'm sweating. I don't really sweat, but I can't. 36 degrees. Someone help me. Like I got to the first kind of beach and it looks absolutely packed, so I think I might keep on going and see what it's like.
got back, so I need to catch up on work. That's it for today. Please, if you like that video, give it a thumbs up as it really supports my channel. If you're new, please subscribe. Next video, stay tuned. I'll take you to the north side of Cyprus. It's a really interesting part of the world as it's not recognized. So Cyprus is actually divided into two. You got the south side, which is part of Europe, and then the north side is part of Turkey. So I'll take you along, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, be well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you.